Good morning, my loyal subjects, and welcome to the kingdom. That's right. Good morning, everybody. It is just after 6 a.m. I am on my way to work. I've got some sort of a conference of some sort that I have to go to in Minneapolis. So I've got to run down to work and grab one of the fleet cars. Hopefully I get a nice one. They're all nice. Nicer than my car, at least. So I gotta take the back way to work because of road construction. So we are going to talk about The Walking Dead, Season 7, Episode 2. It was not nearly as exciting as Episode 1. Not at all as exciting. But I still liked it. It's a little predictable. It's a little bit, kind of too much in the template of the way The Walking Dead has been going, where they have this big crescendo and then they bring it down and drop over to a different storyline, which is pretty common. And it was okay. We got to follow and see what Carol and Morgan were up to. I gotta say, Carol, I think Carol's my favorite. She is my absolute favorite in the show right now. She's a badass, man. That's all I have to say about it. I mean, so basically, spoiler alert, basically Morgan saves Carol. She's been shot a couple of times, I think, or stabbed or something. I forget what it was. And he brings her to this community where they call it the kingdom. And the guy in charge is his name is Ezekiel, and that's actually his real name. And he is the king. He's the lord over all of these people. And the first time we see him, he's got a tiger, like a real tiger. And the awesome part is Carol has the exact same reaction that I had when I saw it. It's basically, is this a joke? Are we really going to this little lame place of now we're gonna have this dude being a king with a tiger and nobody's gonna try and act like as if this is weird or stupid? And she laughs about it. But the cool part is she wants to leave. She doesn't want to hang out there. And so she basically is just putting on an act. Acting like as if she thinks this is the best thing in the world, that it's so cute. Yada, yada, yada. The place is really nice. Everybody's... They get all these nice perks and luxuries that none of the folks, in Rick's group have had. I mean, they're talking about having cobbler in the morning and for lunch. And then we start learning a little bit more of the intricacies of why they're able to live a relatively comfortable life, and it's because they're paying, protection dues, I guess, to the group of people that Morgan ran into and Carol ran into that they had to dispense of. So they're basically paying a gang for protection and to keep them from killing them. And so there's obviously a storyline that is going to go considerably deeper. I imagine there's going to be a battle, and there's going to be a battle because either Carol or Morgan or whoever winds up causing it. But these guys really don't want to, or at least Ezekiel doesn't want his people to know that they're paying these taxes or whatever you'd call it, because he wants to protect them from themselves, because he imagines that they're going to want to rise up and fight, which makes sense. So there wasn't a huge amount that really happened. Carol was able to call Ezekiel out on essentially the bluff of being this noble king. And it turns out he, in his previous life, was just an actor. I think a stage actor. And so he's really playing a part, but he also was a zookeeper. And that's where the tiger comes into play. But it's a great storyline for this guy to kind of keep people in line. And so yeah, there's that. I'm gonna grab some gas real quick, and then we'll continue this if we need to. Alrighty, we've got the gas we needed. We got some Pepsi to keep us going, and I just realized that I should have left considerably earlier because I am gonna miss my bus. No worries, hopefully there will be some spots, parking spaces open. So where were we? Okay, so Carol basically called out Ezekiel on, him not really being this awesome king that he was trying to pretend to be. And he levels with her. He was honest with her, or at least as far as I can tell, he was honest with her, which was pretty kind of cool. So, long story short, it was a bit of a downer because, it was not nearly as exciting of an episode. We didn't see anything of what was going on with Rick's group, which was kind of expected. We see that Ezekiel asks Morgan to train this young guy who, to be able to fight, because the kid can't fight. He's got no clue what he's doing. But aside from that, there's really not a whole lot going on. It reminds me a lot of when they met up with the governor's group. So I don't know. I'm hoping they don't go too many episodes buggering around with this. If they're planning on just having another invasion of this other group, I forget what they're called. But if they're just going to have another invasion and they get decimated or whatever, which it needs to happen, but it's just that's been done before. So I'm hoping something new happens. But here's my prediction, and I'm hoping I'm wrong, because I predict by the end of season 7, Carol will be killed. That's my prediction. I hope it doesn't happen because, like I said, she's my favorite. She's one of the only ones that I actually care if she, what she does, because she went from having an abusive husband, losing Sophia, and then turning into this tough as nails lady who, she doesn't need anybody. She used to be so dependent, and now she doesn't need anybody. And so, yeah, it would suck if she got killed. At some point, everybody's probably gonna die. But I wouldn't mind if Morgan died. He annoys the crap out of me. I don't know why. It's that pacifist thing. And I don't mind, and I respect pacifism in our world, but in zombie world, it was just like I couldn't stand Dale. I couldn't stand Dale. He was just so self-righteous. Morgan's not self-righteous. I think he's just conflicted. So anyway, that's my bit. I'm gonna be hopefully getting into work here pretty soon. So I'm going to pay attention to driving right now. Alrighty, folks. We're gonna grab the company car. Ooh, let's hope it's the Corvette. I think I got the Corvette. You think I got it? Nope, no Corvette. We don't have a company Corvette. We got a bunch though. Jeez. Alrighty, folks, I think we're gonna wrap this up. I hope that I hope I didn't spoil anything for anybody. I hope everybody saw that this, you know, there were spoilers or whatever in this. But I am about to go pick up my coworker. We're gonna head off to Minneapolis. We've got a much nicer car than what I've got, but it's not that great. But so, what do you guys think? What did you think of episode 2? What do you think is going to happen? Do you think my prediction of Carol dying at the end of this season, do you think that's going to happen? Well, anyway, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you hit subscribe, like this video, and I will see you later.
Tetris Brain Blast.